Good evening. My name is Rochelle Andrews, and I serve as the district coordinator for our IB programs. I'm here tonight to talk to you about the programs that we currently offer in the Hillcrest feeder pattern. Next slide. Here is my contact information. If you have any questions throughout this presentation, feel free to send me an email or tweet me. I have also included a QR code here for you to access the IB organization for more information about what the IB program is. Next slide. So in the Hillcrest feeder pattern, we offer 3 programs within the International Baccalaureate. The first program is the primary years program. That program is offered to students in grades pre-K to 5th grade. And if you'll click, this program is currently being offered at Arthur Kramer Elementary School and Preston Hollow Elementary School. When you think about our IB programs at our elementary schools, you want to be thinking about inquiry-based instruction, meaning that we are teaching students to be curious and to find solutions to problems that they're experiencing. We are also providing all students with access to language development, whether they're in a dual language program or not. All IB students do have access to language acquisition in our IB programs. When we talk about the middle years program, here in Dallas ISD, we offer the middle years program grades 6 through 8. And if you'll click, you'll see that the middle years program is currently being offered at Benjamin Franklin International Exploratory Academy. When our students are in the middle years program, we are all about getting them to make connections between what they're studying, other subject areas that they're studying, and then also the world. In the middle years program, we are also working very intentionally to develop caring young people who are serving in their community, both inside the school walls and outside as well. And then finally, our diploma program is offered in the 11th and 12th grade. The diploma program is offered at Hillcrest High School. It is our only program that requires an application and an interview for admittance, as our primary years program and our middle years programs are offered wall to wall for the entire school. When we talk about our diploma program, this is a very rigorous, globally recognized program where students are truly thinking critically. They are exposed to instruction that is on the collegiate level, and they have the opportunity to earn college credits when they leave our program. So now let's take some time to dive a little bit deeper into each of these programs, and then I'll wrap us up. So our primary years program, again, this would be for students that are pre-K through 5th grade. When we talk about instruction, our teachers are planning in terms of themes. So everything that students are learning, teachers are helping them to make connections to themes in the world. So for example, our students are exploring how we express ourselves. They're also exploring how we share the planet. So everything that they're required to learn through the state of Texas is delivered through a very global lens in the elementary school. In our middle years program, we are getting students to make connections between their studies and larger concepts in the world. So you'll see here on the slide some of the concepts that students are making connections to. So for example, students are making connections between their studies and how that impacts their identity. They're making connections between their studies and their creativity and their development. So we're very intentional about cultivating that in the middle years program. And then finally, in our diploma program, students are thinking very critically. So one of our unique course offerings is our Theory of Knowledge course, which every student who enrolls in the diploma program is required to complete. And we are spending 2 years just really exploring this question of how do we know what we claim to know, teaching students to be very strong defenders of their thoughts and their reasoning. Students are also exposed to an extended essay where they are researching a topic that they're passionate about that connects to their studies. They're doing research over the course of 2 years. They're working with a teacher mentor. And then finally, our third unique component at the diploma program level is our creativity, action, and service project, where students are exploring anywhere between 1 to 3 of these strands: their creativity, action that they want to take in the community, or a service that they want to render. And they are exploring this through a project that they spend a minimum of 150 hours on. So if you have a high school student that is looking for a rigorous option, a talented and gifted option at the high school level, we highly encourage you to pursue our diploma program. We are already on a wait list for the class of 2025, just to our seats and the interest that we're experiencing. But if you have a student in the class of 2026, we'll be accepting students for the diploma program for the class of 2026. On our final slide, advantages of an IB education, why you should consider the IB program for your student. First and foremost, our students are accepted into colleges and universities at higher rates. And this is a global study, just not here in Dallas, but globally, students who are enrolled in the IB program are accepted at higher rates. We have had students enter into their college experience with anywhere between 24 to 40 credit hours. And then finally, IB students are more likely to graduate with a higher GPA and at higher graduation rates from their colleges and universities. If you are interested in IB programs within the Hillcrest feeder, this next slide will display the contact information for the IB coordinators at each of our schools here in the Hillcrest feeder. I've also included a QR code if you are just interested in learning more about the IB programs that we offer throughout the district. You can consult the district website for more information about the IB program. At this time, I'm going to turn you over to Elizabeth Hart, and she's going to share more with you about PTech and early college programs. Take it away, Elizabeth.
Thank you. So as Rochelle said, my name is Elizabeth Hart. I work with PTech and early college programs. And so I'm happy to be here today to talk to you about the different opportunities your students would have as they're entering 9th grade. So we can start the presentation. Thank you. Within Dallas ISD, you have many choices for your student for high school. So one of the things that Dallas actually did was a little bit of research as to what types of items they should offer their high school students. We know that 65% of all of the US jobs will actually require some sort of post-secondary education. And looking across the nation, we know that when we look at early college high schools, 1 in 5 early college high school students graduates with a high school diploma as well as a college degree. And I want you to remember that statistic because I'm going to circle back to it because Dallas is able to do a little bit better than that. I also want you to know that within the Metroplex, Dallas College actually costs $6,000 in order to have a 2-year associate's degree. For the PTech and early college high schools, we're actually able to create programs where our students get high school diploma along with their associate's degree or 60 hours of high school credit. And that's actually 60 hours of high school credit for free. There's not any cost to the parents or students. The PTech actually has an additional layer, an additional focus with an industry partner. Our programs do actually vary by campus. So we have associates of arts degree, associates of science degree, and additional focuses that allow for focuses in electronics, business, software, and software programming. Thank you. Here we have a map that shows all of the Dallas area. Now I know that we're focused today on Hillcrest, Thomas Jefferson, and W.T. White. And I'm happy to tell you that at each of those locations, we actually have a PTech campus. But Dallas ISD offers 7 early college high schools and 18 PTech campuses. The majority of these programs are actually housed within the comprehensive high school. So the students can still actually have a traditional experience. Each of these programs or schools will actually have to have an application and an interview. We do not actually look at any grades or any previous STAR scores or test scores. Students are actually accepted based on their own merit and the interview process and their commitment to the program. Seats, however, are limited. The maximum number of seats per cohort is actually 125. There are some classes that are much smaller and only actually have 70 seats. Whether you're selecting one of these campuses that's close by you at Hillcrest, Thomas Jefferson, or W.T. White, you can select other opportunities throughout the Dallas ISD area, and we will offer transportation to that location for you. Next slide, please. Here we have a list of all the different outputs that our PTech program will offer for your student: a high school diploma, graduation endorsements. Our high school PTech campuses are developed by creating a relationship between the campus, the college, and an industry partner. These industry partners ensure that our students have a meaningful relationship so they interact with those in the field of their study. The PTech students have opportunities for mentoring, for worksite visits, and for internships. The partnership between the campus, the college, and the industry helps us develop the student and prepare them for their future. As you can see, our goal within Dallas ISD is 73% of our PTech graduates will earn their high school diploma and their associate's degree. And again, that associate's degree is at no cost to the parents or the students. Next slide, please. Frequently, individuals are confused a little bit between our early college program and our PTech. So to give a little bit of clarity, we have 7 early college programs and then 18 PTech campuses, both of which allow for our students to have associate's degree or up to 60 hours of college credit, again, free. Both offer rigorous coursework. The PTech program will add that layer of industry certification and that relationship with the industry partner. But other than that, the 2 campuses or the 2 types of campuses are very similar. Next slide, please. So I said earlier, I wanted you to remember a statistic that looks at across the nation, 1 in 5 early college students actually graduate from high school and get their college degree. At Dallas, I'm excited to tell you that 72% of our last year's graduating class received their high school diploma and their associate's degree. So out of over 800 students graduating from our PTech and early college program, 628 students received their high school diploma and their associate's degree at no cost to the associate's degree to the parents or the students. Next slide, please. That PTech campus has a very specific relationship with the industry partners. So we've created a list for you to see all the different partnerships within the Dallas Metroplex that we have created relationships with, so our students have authentic experiences within the Metroplex. So the PTech and early college programs, they're successful based on all of these partnerships that we've created. So this visual should give you an idea of all the different places that PTech students could have internships. They can actually visit and have site visits or even work studies over at all of these locations. So I hope I've given you a broad idea of what the PTech and early college campuses can offer for your student when the time comes for your child to select their high school career. If you currently have an 8th grade student, I do want to remind you that applications are closing on Sunday, February 7th. For your application to a PTech or early college program. Remember, for PTech and early college programs, they're rigorous coursework. It's a high school diploma, no additional cost for the associate's degree or up to 60 hours of college credit. The PTech campuses have an additional industry certification that the students can earn. So you can go on to dallasisd.org/choose-dallas-ISD and see individual information about all the different schools that we offer. So at this time, I'd like to actually introduce Eduardo Zaralde, who's from our bilingual ESL department.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hart. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for assisting today. On behalf of the Dual Language Department, I would like to welcome to this session, and we're the last. I'm gonna try to make it as brief as possible. This is very important information. and I'm serve as parent coordinator with the Dual Language Department. My name is Eduardo Serralde, and I'm gonna talk about the two-way dual language programs and secondary dual language programs that the district offers to you. Next slide, please. We're gonna watch a short video.
Dallas ISD can put your student on the path to reading, writing, and speaking two languages proficiently and learning about two cultures. In a dual language program, your student can excel academically while fostering linguistic and cultural diversity through the learning of two languages. In a dual language program, your student will bring his or her home language to the school setting, which enriches the linguistic experience of all students. Your student will feel proud as he or she engages in a myriad of activities that build upon linguistic repertoire. And those who continue on the pathway toward bilingualism and biliteracy have more opportunities to advance in the global economy. This opportunity is open to all children in pre-K through 12th grade. Apply at dallasisd.org/choose Dallas ISD.
Thank you. We have the Spanish version, so probably for the Spanish-speaking audience.
En un programa de lenguaje dual de Dallas ISD, los estudiantes aprenden a hablar, escribir y leer en dos idiomas y conocen dos culturas. El programa de lenguaje dual ofrece a los estudiantes la oportunidad de sobresalir académicamente, mientras se fomenta la diversidad lingüística y cultural a través del aprendizaje de dos idiomas. Los estudiantes que participan en el programa de lenguaje dual tienen la oportunidad de expresarse en su idioma natal en la escuela, enriqueciendo así la experiencia lingüística de todos los estudiantes. Los estudiantes se sienten orgullosos de participar en una variedad de actividades que expanden su repertorio lingüístico. Los alumnos que continúan en este programa para poder hablar, leer y escribir en dos idiomas tendrán más oportunidades de progresar en la economía global. Dallas ISD es para ti. Aprovecha esta oportunidad disponible desde prekinder al 12º grado. Llena la solicitud en dallasisd.org/Dallas ISD es para ti.
Thank you. If we can go to the next slide. I think there was a hidden slide. I don't know if you can present that. I would like to talk real quick about the three pillars of the bilingual education. It's okay. It's fine. Well, first of all, why would we want your student participating in these programs? It's highly recommended for you, even if your student is not a candidate for dual language, you have the option to opt in. So right now, the district has 211 elementary schools offering dual language campuses. Out of those 211, we have 73 campuses that are two-way dual language programs. That means that English native speakers will collaborate with Spanish English speakers. So both of them will be benefiting from each other and learning from each other. Also, Dallas ISD is offering its dual language program in a secondary level. We already have 8 campuses in middle school. And now this year, we have incremented our high school dual language program up to 5 campuses. We are currently serving a little bit over 6,000 students in the two-way dual language campus. We are serving 765 students in middle schools, and now we have 269 students in high school. And there are 3 pillars for this program: bilingualism and biliteracy. We want our students to be fluent in both languages, but also able to read and write in both languages. This program strives for high academic achievement, and also very important, the socio-cultural competence. So we invite you to apply for the two-way dual language in the participating campuses. That information will be available at the end of my presentation. You can log in and get the list. You will also receive my contact information. You can give me a call, email me. I can gladly provide you with that information. Next slide, please. Here we have in the Great Northwest Network, we have 3 feeder patterns. We have Hillcrest High School, which offer the two-way dual language program in these elementary schools. Anne Frank Elementary School, Arthur Kramer Elementary, and Preston Hollow Elementary. You have available that opting for a dual language program. In the Thomas Jefferson High School feeder pattern, we have Stephen C. Foster Elementary, KB Polk Elementary, who also has the KB Polk Center for Talented and Gifted, and Walnut Hill Elementary, offering this two-way dual language program. In the W.T. White High School feeder pattern, we have actually one of those high schools that have available that program for you, the two-way dual language program, and also E.D. Walker Middle School that also have that program. The elementary schools that have this program available are Nathan Adams Elementary, George H.W. Bush Elementary, F.P. Collier, DeGollier Elementary, Tom Siguch Elementary, and Jerry Jenkins. Please contact us to have more schools in different feeder patterns. And could we go to the next slide, please? Our elementary two-way and secondary dual language program are structured in the following way. In elementary level, we have students from grades pre-K to first grade giving the instruction in 70% Spanish and 30% English. From second grade to 5th grade is going to be a balanced 50-50 instruction in Spanish and 50% instruction in English. With 73 elementary schools, two-way dual language programs across the district, and 13 secondary dual language programs district-wide, the choice for dual language programming are vast. We have encouraged your students to apply for the experience and skill set that they will grow in the dual language program will give them a competitive advantage in the global market right now. In secondary, the program, it's 2 courses, 100% in Spanish each year. And the remainder of the courses will be 100% in English each year. Next slide, please. All right, when the students are in this program, they could also be awarded this award, which is the Seal of Biliteracy, the Biliteracy Award, and also recognize academic success, presents tangible benefits of being bilingual. We are also encouraging that students become not only bilingual, biliterate, but also to start learning some other languages. Why not a third or fourth languages? And this grant achievement is recorded on each recipient's high school transcript and appears as performance acknowledgement, bilingualism and biliteracy on the document. Give your child the opportunity to become a global leader today and enroll them in one of our 6 secondary dual language programs. Next slide, please. And here's our information. You can contact either my coworker, Ms. Silvia Elizondo, at scerda@dallasisd.org. Her telephone number is there, 972-925-6349. And you can contact myself, Eduardo Serralde, at eserralde@dallasisd.org. You can also reach me by phone, 972-749-5797. And if you want to find more information about all the campuses the district have to offer this program, it's go to dallasisd.org/dual language. We're also in social media in those 2 sites in dual language in Twitter, and also you can contact us, send your email to us. And I want to thank the Parent Engagement Department for letting us have this opportunity to reach to you and offer this program. And thank you very much. I'm gonna pass it to Ms. Marlene Yepes. Thank you so much.